Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of Popular Topics. Today we'll be discussing drug addiction and how it's ruining so many people's lives. Well, do you know someone who's battling with addiction? Maybe you're battling too. Well, hopefully this video helps you out. Hopefully you can share it and help someone else out who you know who's battling. Guys, the biggest thing is if you know someone who's battling, if you're battling with addiction yourself, help each other out. Let people know you're there for them. These people are having a hard time beating these addictions. Not everyone wants to be high all the time. A lot of them are fighting a battle. I quit smoking, which is supposed to be the hardest addiction to quit. And one of the biggest problems I kept encountering when I was smoking is that I kept telling myself, I don't really want to quit. I want to smoke. It relaxes me. It makes me feel better. I need that cigarette. And it was so hard to get over that hump and be able to tell myself that, no, I don't need it. I had to completely change my mindset and how I looked at it. But guys, if you're going to be doing these drugs and everything, you need to be smarter about how you're doing it. When people are coming across syringes at parks and things like that, that's so irresponsible. You're ruining the chances of someone else's health because you want to do something to risk your own health. Or, maybe you don't want, but your addiction's making you do it. So, guys, if you're going to shoot up and something like that, at least throw away the syringe. Find somewhere to throw it away. Be that responsible. Be that respectful to other people. And like I mentioned, I talked about the cigarettes and how hard it was. And that's supposed to be the hardest addiction. I think in order it'd be cigarettes are the most addictive or hardest addiction to quit. Lottery would be the next hardest thing to quit, gambling anyway, and then heroin. So I understand you guys who are hooked on heroin. It's not easy. It's a hard battle. But from one, I'm on your side, guys. I know you can do this. Let's get America away from this. There's so many people dealing with drugs, and it's crazy. Like, I knew of drugs growing up, but it wasn't something that everyone was doing. Now it just seems like everyone's done some sort of a drug or, getting hooked on these drugs. And one of my biggest things I'd like to blame is the industries. And I'm not speaking of rap or rock specifically, but if you listen to these artists, these celebrities, and they're talking about how much fun they're having when they're drinking lean or, popping perks and things like that, and the great feelings they have. Well, guys, they're battling with addiction too. And a lot of that is fake stuff they're putting out there just to help them sell records. So please don't just get into these things because it sounds amazing. You've heard people dealing with it. I've done a few things myself. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you guys about the things I've done, but I've tried different things in my life, and I was able to walk away from them, thankfully. I never had anything that held me down other than cigarettes. But I definitely seen the power that some of these drugs have, and I can imagine that, if I had gotten into doing these types of things on a regular basis, the effects it could have on me. There was one point I was hanging out with one guy who, I was smoking with him at the time. I was into smoking weed, and so I'm sitting there and I'm smoking with this guy, and he's got heroin addiction, okay? His daughter comes and knocks on the door and says, "Go away, Daddy's busy." Meanwhile, he's tying a rubber band around his arm and shooting himself up with heroin. So this guy doesn't care at all about the fact that his little girl's out there. And, I heard her, like I said, multiple times knocking on the door. And to think that, you're going to let this drug take over your life to the point where you're not even going to be there for your own children and your own family. That's disgusting, guys. Don't let addictions do that to you. There's plenty of people out there that will help you out, and I'm sorry that if you don't have a good support system around you, but know that there's people like me who actually care about you guys and want you to be able to get the help you need. I got a comment section, guys. Don't be afraid to leave a comment and ask for my advice. I've helped friends of mine out. Some of them have, for the most part, gotten through their addiction. Some of them aren't able to get over their addiction at the time. But the point is that, I've seen a lot of people with a lot of different problems. And I'd love to be able to give you advice, because I want to be able to see America turn around, guys. We don't need these drugs in our communities. We don't need these to live happy. Do the things to better yourself and get happy. But I don't know. If there's more you guys want to talk about on this subject, I'm here. I'd love to talk about it. I'm going to do a fun little extra thing here. I've been getting these videos out. I've been doing pretty good on the views, so I appreciate all you guys. If you guys can get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to shave my head bald. So we'll see if that is enough motivation to get you guys clicking. The day I reach 100, or the night after I get off work and I've reached 100, I will do the video of me shaving my head, and that'll be kind of a little extra video. But look forward to talking to you guys again next week. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.